you tell us anything about how this would work with ICE showing up at the airports?
Well, we're finalizing plans today, but there's a lot of things that TSA does. It doesn't require like specialized training, right? Like you have exit lanes where people leave the airport. Now people try to enter those exit lanes. That's a security breach. Well, an ICE agent can maintain those exits, and that allows a TSA officer to go back to screening to move people through quicker. ICE can check identification before people enter the screening area, right? And we're trying to release TSA resources to get to positions that they really need expertise in, like the X-ray screening. So we're going to be a force multiplier. Now, I made it clear that I did an earlier interview. They said, well, ICE isn't trained on X-rays, and look at X-rays, see if there's something dangerous in that luggage. Well, no kidding, and we're not going to be doing that.
Now, Tommy Pooh, if you guys want to do traffic control, by all means, knock yourselves out. I wouldn't recommend it though, because ICE agents don't have a very good record of putting themselves in front of cars, since you guys are, notoriously former Customs and Border Patrol agents that were trained to shoot when you jump in front of cars. But on another note, you cannot check IDs to bypass TSA agents so that they can just go on to screening because you're not trained. I know you've seen this before, Tom. This is what the Department of Homeland Security moved to for major airports, and for this to be the new norm at airports across the country soon. But this isn't all major airports. It's the CAT. And this training is done by TSA agents only because they have to go through specific training. Now, let me walk you through this real quick. This technology is to get away from just manually checking people's ID. The CAT-2 unit have a library of IDs programmed into them that allow the technology to authenticate more than 2,500 different types of IDs, including passports, military, and all different types of IDs. They also do facial recognition with it. Now, you can opt out of doing facial recognition, but then you have to go through the TSA processing, which again, you absolutely need training for. And I checked, ICE agents don't have any training in any of these categories. And there are only 3 ways in which you can get through airport security through ID screenings. One, through CAT, another through TSA screening with a manual check and everything like that, or the Real ID verification system. And all of those require specialized classroom certification, none of which ICE agents have. Neither do Customs and Border Patrol, because it's a specialized training specific to TSA agents. You would have known that had you read this or this, but by all means, give these untrained, unvetted morons positions at airports who can't even properly check people's ID on the streets and keep arresting the wrong people, according to the hundreds of court filings that have already had to be dropped because of it.
This is your political mom, educational purposes only. Viewers discretion advised.